Good morning, friends. We are seeking the Lord as a church family for direction and provision from the Lord for our renewal of our church lease and our facilities and those different things. And I believe that the Lord, this is not caught the Lord, unawares, that it's not like, oh my gosh, this crisis is happening to the Springs, that the Lord knows these things. This didn't catch him by surprise. And I believe that one of the things, at least, that the Lord is doing is he's calling us into prayer together. He's calling us together in prayer individually, and he's calling us as a church to seek him and to seek him for his provision and his direction, to call out to him, and let that be something that we're doing like consistently. We had a prayer meeting last night, but it's not just a prayer meeting last night and fasting for yesterday. It's a continuance of praying and seeking and calling out to the Lord and spending some time each day, really concertedly asking and seeking and knocking and saying, Lord, we want your favor on us. We're asking for you to do something we cannot do for ourselves. We need your favor. We need your direction. We need your provision. Now, as I was sitting in this exact same place at the end of last week, and I was seeking the Lord and having just a conversation with him, kind of back and forth. And I've told you before that that the Lord and I have this thing with the doves, and that the Lord will just curiously just bring doves in front of me and just have them fly, right in front of me to say, hey, I'm listening to you. Hey, I'm present. I'm working, and I'm delighted to work with you in this. And he does it all over the place. Like I was in Vietnam, and the Lord is speaking to me, and a dove, a North American dove in Vietnam, flies and lands right in front of me. It's like, okay, I think I'm getting the picture. So as I was praying for all of us and asking the Lord what we should do last week, I was sitting here, and a dove came and flew from my neighbor's chimney and sat down right in front of me, right where our pool is, and just looked at me. And just kind of looked at me, and then went into the water, not in the place where there's any place to sit. When the water just kind of played around, and then came back and just looked at me. It was just like, okay, this is funny, Lord, that you are so, but my thing that I got from this was that it's the Lord's pleasure for us to seek him together. It's his pleasure. He's not looking for us just to go, oh God, we're so concerned, we're so worried. He says, it's my pleasure for my kids to seek me. It's my pleasure for my kids to connect with me. So would you join me in the Lord's pleasure in seeking him for his provision for our church family? That's the word that I have for us today. Really important. Don't lose sight of that. Call on the Lord, because it's his pleasure to respond to us in this. I love you. Thanks so much for joining me.